Alright, y'all, check it. We on the Landau G money. It looks naked, don't it? Well, power steering pump bracket back off. So once we do that, we're doing that. Was right here. Pull this out. To my knowledge, this, which is the same as that, screws right in there. I put an 1/8 inch. Oops! I put an 1/8 inch bung in it. On it. Put a hose on it. All right, like I said, we pull it out of here. We usually prime it here because the oil pump's here. There's a little galley that feeds oil. I do put some oil in it, in the engine itself, and then I put this, which is nothing but more than a oil sensor from the back of the motor. I'll screw it in right here. I'll put my little line on it. Then I use my little makeshift pressure system. All I do is fill it up with oil, add air to it. And like I said, this is already screwed in. And open the valve. And I don't put too much pressure on it. And then once I put the pressure on it, I'm looking for oil to come to the top of the engine. I may pull the valve covers off. Of course, we're gonna rotate it as we get some of the oil to the top of the engine. We want all the oil everywhere in the motor. So, I mean, we could just put oil in it and rock with it that way and try it. But we're not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. So, and I did find my wire that I was looking for. So the plan was to get power to all this stuff this weekend, but it ain't did nothing but rain the whole time. So maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. We don't know. We're gonna go ahead. We are gonna get the water pump on. Water pump came in. Mount the radiator. We've got transmission cooler coming, and power. Once we send power to all this, we should be able to turn this dude over. I do have a starter. I have a starter here. We're gonna try that starter and see what she do, man. Other than that, I do got injectors, so that's a plus. I have to change the O-ring still yet, but I do have the injector, so we'll get it. All right, get the valve cover off. As you can see, got my little doodad screwed in there. Like I said, that will screw into that. And actually, like I said, I just tapped it for 1/8 inch, put my little hose on it, and then open the valve, and we should push oil through this. So let's see what it do. See your oil? All right, y'all, we got, like I said, the intake's still not on. We got it primed. Of course, y'all seen the oil come to the top. Now we do got power. Got some power wires ran. I'm going to shorten them up. They're a little too long. And let's see if it'll crank over. Alright, if y'all look at the harmonic balancer, and you'll hear it, but if you look at the harmonic balancer, you should be able to see it turn to know that the engine is turning. I'm still sorting out some wires. I did find the wire I was looking for, which was the wire for starter solenoid. So let's see what she do. That's a good sign. Hear it crank over. We don't have any spark plugs in it, so that's why it sounds like it doesn't have any compression. So I'm gonna put injectors in, and then we're gonna bolt the intake down and plug up the gas pedal and injectors, coil packs, and all that good stuff. The only thing we'll be liking is hooking up fuel and tying in the ECM. The ECM's tied in power hot. We need to tie into ignition. So when we turn the ignition on, the ECM sees that we got power to it, and then we can crank it send fuel to the top. We'll go ahead and flush this before we hook it up. And rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll. Now we back. Got the fuel injectors on after we changed the oil rings. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. As far as I know, what we needing, fuel, spark plugs, and we might be able to turn this thing over and let it bark or hear it, because we know we got oil to the top of the motor now. We haven't bolted it down to the intake. I don't want to do that just yet. I want to run my lines, my vacuum lines, over to my brake booster, my map sensor, and my PCV valve. Yeah. So, other than that, man, we might hear it run. To be honest, if I had spark plugs, I could probably spray some starter fluid and hear it. But Resto Mod to the rescue. We're gonna swap out that filler neck.
It won't work. May or may not.
Some of them fit, some of them don't. Yep, like some of them you can use the cap, and some of them you can't. I found that out too.
Yeah. This is different.
Yeah, no big deal. I feel like we can probably just use that same.
Yeah, the same one.
Yeah. Yeah.
6'2", right?
Yeah, 6'2".
Yeah,
Big 6'2".
I got no 6'2" caps.
It don't. I mean, to me, it ain't looking bad. It ain't looking too bad. Everything's tucked in there nice. Look like I'm gonna wipe fingerprints off. But of course, this has got to come back off anyway. I gotta run my lines for my vacuum lines and stuff. But
Looking good.
big 6'2". Honestly, spark plugs. This is spark plugs and bolting the intake down. And spray some fluid in it. It'd start.
Well, you already got your gas on, right?
Yeah, I wanna flush it.
Yeah, but
I want to flush it. Yeah, I don't want to bolt it right up. I want to flush it first, and then do the plug the injectors in, crank it over with the fuel line on, no plugs in it. Make sure we don't have any issues there. You see what I'm saying? With no plugs in it, and then go from there. You know, both the plugs in. So. Got a new bung there for the brake booster. Man, honestly, we were so close to hearing it. I don't want to get in a hurry, so I'm gonna hold tight for just a minute. Resto Mod over helping me out big time on it. All right, you. Y'all take a look at the throttle body. We're gonna see if we can get it to the throttle body to work. Hopefully. See, hopefully you'll see it moving. A little closer. Get a little closer. So 102 millimeter. Working with the drive-by-wire pedal. So like I said, bolt the intake down, put vacuum lines on, and spark plugs and hook up the injectors. We should hear it bark, but we're not gonna do that just yet. So we'll come back. We should have some noise.